Hello, Miss Zhang's class and Miss Fine's class. Welcome to Language Arts EL Lesson 1. Today we're going to discuss the importance of school. So I have asked my class already to get a journal to write in, and I asked that Miss Zhang's class do the same as well. So today I'm going to read to you a little bit about this book. It's called Off to Class. Say the title with me. Off to Class. Incredible and unusual schools around the world. And as you can see here, this child is carrying chairs to the school. I imagine that is probably on the continent of Africa, I'm assuming. All right, off to class. Now, right now, our school day looks a lot different. Now here I just said continent of Africa. Here you can see all the continents. It says education for everyone. Here's all the pictures. You've probably heard a million times that school is important. It is, and not just because it can help you get your dream job someday. Education gives people power. It gives them the knowledge they need to make good decisions. It gives them a voice to demand that their governments do a better job. It gives them the confidence and the skills to change the world around them. Education is so important that the United Nations says it's a basic human right. So I was just reading from this first paragraph here. And now I'm going to go to this paragraph, and the subheading says, Missing Out. Now, if I were to make a prediction, I would be predicting that not all kids get to go to school, that it's actually a privilege. Unfortunately, just because education is considered a human right, that doesn't mean every kid gets to go to school. According to UNICEF, there are more than 100 million children around the world who have never been to school. Most of these kids live in developing countries where there isn't always enough money and resources to build schools. Even when there are schools, millions of kids still get left out. In some cases, it's because their families live too far away from the schools. Well, that would be a problem with transportation, right? They can't get there. Or because they can't afford to send the children to class instead of to work. See, some families need the income of all members. In other cases, the kids aren't allowed to go to school because of their gender. Girls. Not everywhere a girl's allowed to go to school. I don't know if you've heard of a girl named Malala in Afghanistan. Yeah, she was fighting for the right to go to school. In other cases, the kids aren't allowed to go to school because of their gender, their background, or their citizenship. And it's not just kids in developing countries who get left behind. Kids in developed countries. Now, what do we mean when we talk about developing in developed countries? Developing countries are known, they probably don't have indoor plumbing. It's more poverty. Their economy, their money is not, people are very poor. So the United States is a developed country because we have roads and people pay taxes and most children get an education and so forth. Kids in developed countries like the United States live in all kinds of circumstances that can make it tough to go to school the traditional way. Some kids live in remote areas or in areas hit by natural disasters, which we're going to read about. Some have special physical needs. Others find it hard to learn in traditional classrooms following traditional lessons, like maybe they have a learning disability. Finding the answers. The good news is that many amazing people around the world aren't willing to sit back and let kids miss out on an education. These people are asking, what do we need to create so these kids living here in these conditions can learn? And then, more important, they're answering the question by creating incredible schools like the ones in this book, which we will be reading more of. Now, if you don't have a journal yet, that is all right, but I'm asking that you ask your parents to get you one. For now, you can use a piece of paper. I've already done mine. It says, I can draw and write what I know about schools. What is one thing you already know about schools? Okay, so I drew a picture with a book, a pencil, the ABCs. And then I wrote, in school, we read, write, and learn. Also, I get to be with friends. That's what traditional school looks like, doesn't it? But right now, we're doing a different model of school, and we hope to be back together again soon. So I want you to do this as a journal writing activity. You are writing about one thing you already know about schools. I wrote the ABCs. I did some writing and reading. And in school, we read, comma, write and learn, period. Also, I get to be with friends. Don't forget your periods. All right. I will talk to you next time. Look for your assignment and your Tiger tasks. Bye, Ms. Zhang, second graders. Bye, Ms. Fines, second graders.